you wanted to. Just take a crack and see if you can win it. Dar off the screen, dribbles to the baseline. Fade away in the corner for the tie. Good!
What is going on, everybody? Jamie Shaw here on the Absolute Basketball Experience. And on today's episode, we are talking with Florida State commitment, the number 3 overall JUCO prospect in the country, Sardaar Calhoun. We talk today about his path. We talk about his time as a player, the leaps that he's made, averaging 19 points, shooting 45% from the three this year at 6'6", and his comps and what it was about Florida State and his recruitment. And we just kind of do a nice little mini deep dive into Sardaar as a prospect and a player and a person. I'm very excited about you guys listening in and getting to know him. Before we get into it, subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and hit this like button. And if you enjoy the conversation, please feel free to share it across your platforms as well. But without further ado, here is Sardaar Calhoun on the Absolute Basketball Experience with Jamie Shaw.
Need to play a little better when they play fast. Sardaar with the dribble, over the top of the circle, straight on three, ball good. At the left point, second goes to Z. Sardaar raise up, jump shot from the wing, good! Yeah. David Horton in the front court, kicks it to the far corner, up fake by Sardaar, goes up, lays it up, and then to go in the half. Horton, or Calhoun with a nice move, gets a spins to the middle, works his way in, shoots off the back iron, no good.
What is going on, everybody? Jamie Shaw here on the Absolute Basketball Experience. And today I am joined by Florida State commitment Sardaar Calhoun. Sardaar, how you doing today?
I'm doing good, my man. It's good to be back with you, my man. It's been a while.
Yeah, no, it's been a minute, man. But man, you have absolutely blown up here in the last couple of years. It's been fun to watch from afar.
I really appreciate it. I remember the Phenom Hoop days back in Wimbledon when you guys had the showcase. That was awesome. That put me on the stage
I was going to ask
away.
you some questions about that too, man, because that was a big event, man, and y'all did some work in that thing. Starting off here, though.
It was really good event.
Blue Ridge, your junior year, y'all were 30-3. Y'all won the state title that year. You played the likes of Oak Hill, Huntington Prep, and then you beat Hamilton Heights, which had Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. It had Nikhil Alexander-Walker on that team. What do you remember from that year?
I remember from that year, first, I mean, we had some of the most underrated prospects on our team, which I think we could compete with anybody. We had Darius McGee, who, each interview I go on, I believe he's one of the best scorers that I've ever seen and played with. Amir Sims, Josh Cologne, Miles Jones, James Frazier. That year was special because everyone was bought in. So when we faced teams like that, like Oak Hill, Hamilton Heights, and Huntington Prep, it was almost like it was just like we're competing against ourselves because we go so hard, So when we beat Hamilton Heights, it was no surprise because how hard we go. And plus, I think, the leadership with Coach K and that program, all you can do is just go hard,
No doubt. And I think one of the unique things about your team that year was y'all could all shoot the ball. Amir could shoot it. You could shoot it. Darius could shoot it. Jaden could shoot it. Like, everybody could shoot the ball on that team. And y'all were very selfless and played for one another.
Oh, for sure. Without a doubt.
So coming out of Blue Ridge, you ended up at Missouri State West Plains for 2 years of JUCO ball. How's your experience been playing JUCO?
It's been good. I think I was ahead of the curve than most other JUCO prospect because of the high school I went to. Most JUCO players don't go to a prestigious high school. I went to Blue Ridge. So when I transitioned to junior college, I was already at the college pace, I believe, because I went to a boarding school, which I stayed on campus. I had workouts. I had 6 a.m. workouts. I had academics advisors. So when they got to JUCO, I was just competing with another different type of talent, but I was already adjusted to it.
Sure. And how have you grown both on and off the court since your time entering JUCO to right now?
I think I've matured a lot. That's one of the main things. I think I've gotten better with my body. I've been more versatile on the court, offensive end, defensive end. And the biggest thing is that I've grown as just being a good teammate, and winning, doing different things to winning, being accountable, things like going to the gym earlier, that holds accountability. So when I'm at practice, I have the right to discipline my teammates because, you know, I've honed myself at a higher standard than others, you know. And I think that's just a trait that I'm maturing in the best way possible, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw a little bit of that during the Jordan documentary last night when he was talking about that exact same
Yeah.
type of stuff. So this past year, you became the number 3 JUCO prospect in the entire class after averaging 19 points. You shot 45.6% from three, 4.5 rebounds per game. How do you felt this season went for you?
I wish we had did better by record wise. We're so good of a team, but we lost games on the road, which were tough, and we couldn't get a run with the wins. You know, that was the only thing. But I think on my end, I think I'd stay more healthy with my body. I had a lot of aches with my ankle, stuff like that. But overall, I wish it was a better year. I wish I could redo it for some of the players because, you know, if we would have got to Hutch, some of the guys that got more exposure. I wish I had done it more I did it more for my team. I just wish I could have won more for my teammates.
I got you. And then coming out of the year, your offers, you know, likes LSU, Illinois, Seton Hall. You ended up choosing Florida State. What was it about Florida State for you that drew you to their program?
When I was on my visit, it was unreal. But when I knew I needed to become Seminoles, when I watched the guys practice, I mean, I just felt like, man, like pass me a jersey right now. I'm ready to go out there with them. It wasn't no faking. It wasn't like, you know, some things you can see someone's faking.
Yeah.
I mean, they had a shot clock. It was a summer, you know, in summertime, you can't work that long. And I think it was like only maybe like an hour or so. I'm talking about the guys from 60 minutes down to 0 when the buzzer go off, going hard like it's game time. And you know, I bought into stuff like that. You know, how I got to the top and how I got to my success, I had to go hard. So when I see 18 other guys and the staff going hard, I want to be with that. I want to be with that team, you know.
So what's the coaching staff telling you of their expectations of you coming in and coming into next season?
National championship. We're right there. We're knocking on the door. Florida State, we're so deep, you know. Coach Hamilton plays everyone, you know, and he trusts everyone. So I think I don't have a role.
So coming in with this class, you have Scotty Barnes and Quincy Ballard also. What do you know about them as a player, as players?
As players, I don't know too much about Quincy. Me and Quincy talked a few times. We laughed and joked up. I talked to Scotty quite a few times through text and social media and stuff like that. But both of the guys are like good character kids, you know.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I mean, Scotty Barnes is like the best player in his class. He's a good talent, and you know, I've always kept up with stuff basketball like that, and just to see Scotty grow as like a point forward is tremendous.
Looking at your skill set, your size, and all that type of stuff, Florida State's had a lot of guys, Malik Beasley, Dwayne Bacon, Devin Vassell right now currently, who've had success, who play and look a lot like you. How do you feel like you compare to those guys?
That's a great question. You know, I really enjoy watching Dwayne Bacon at his time at Florida State. Malik Beasley, really, I think the main thing, and also including Devin, I think the main thing is just like speaking with the coaches and how they were level-headed. They were always willing to learn. You know, it was nothing too big for them not to be doing. You know, I think the main thing is just adjusting to a role and sticking with it. So Devin Vassell, he didn't put too many dribbles down to the ground for him to score. Dwayne Bacon, crunch time shots. Malik Beasley, transition bucket. So for Sardaar Calhoun, it might be half court, transition, knockdown. I think I'll just adjust to it good like those guys did.
Well, kind of expanding on that a little bit, how would you describe your game, and what would you say that your biggest attributes are within your game?
I think one of my biggest things that's grown on me and how I've gotten better is my scoring. Something that needs to get better is defense. But I just feel like I've gotten a lot better. I'm really explosive. You know, I'm really explosive. I can get up off the ground when I shoot. I have a really good IQ. I'm good left-handed, right-handed. I think the player that I really watch a lot and I kind of like see myself when I watch him play on TV is Bradley Beal.
Mm-hmm.
Bradley Beal is one of my biggest fan. Not my biggest fan. I'm one of his biggest fans. But I really enjoy watching Bradley Beal.
And what do you feel like? Where do you compare most to Bradley Beal, you feel?
I think Bradley Beal, with his 3 dribbles, he has a great step back. I have a great step back. Him getting downhill with changing pace. One thing I think Bradley Beal can, any given night, can give you 40 balls.
Yeah.
And he's really consistent. That's one of the main things.
So, you're back at school now, you're finishing things up and all that kind of stuff. Are you able to work out at all? Or are you able to get in the gym and do stuff?
I've been taking advantage of like doing form shooting outside, ball handling with the heavy ball. I haven't gotten to the gym yet, but I've been in the weight room. There's still a gym down here in Missouri that I'm still able to lift weights in. And with JUCO, like our JUCO facility is kind of funny and unique. After the season, they pull the court up because they have other events in there. They have like bull riding, gun shows. They have all types of stuff. I think one time the Harlem Globetrotters came or something. Yeah, it was Harlem Globetrotters.
That's cool. That's neat though. So I guess between once you finish with your classes, you get home, you get back in the gym, you're working on your game and stuff. What stuff are you going to be working on between now and when you enter school at Florida State?
The main thing is when I get there, I got to be in shape. So I think one thing I'm working on my cardio, get that back up. But the main thing, as humble as way I can say it, excuse me, I have a really complete game. I think the main thing is just being consistent and just being ready for what the ACC brings.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm going to be the next Grayson Allen of the ACC or anything. I just want to make the best jump for my team at Florida State. So I just want to be in the best shape when I get there, have the best attitude, best leadership. I just want to have it all. So the main thing I want to work on is consistency, make sure my jumper is in tune, my ball handling, my defense, the little things.
And just kind of wrapping things up here, what's your relationship like with Coach Hamilton, and what's what's the biggest draw to Coach Hamilton for you?
I just think who he is as a person. Coach Ham may call and check on the guys just to see how they're doing. Nothing basketball related. He treats everyone like his kids. Like he wouldn't put us in no harm's way. And I haven't known Coach Ham for over a year, and he treats me like a kid, one of his kids. So that means a lot. And I never forget one time he said, he was like, he was telling me like what's bigger to him is if he get a text from one of his players on Father's Day, or just get a text saying that they got a new job or they having a kid. That means more to him than winning. So that means a lot.
Yeah. And, I'm very excited to see. It's been fun watching your progression, I guess, all the way from the 10th grade all the way up to kind of where you're at now. And I can't wait to see what the future has in store for you down in the ACC.
Yeah, I'm real excited. It's been a long time coming,
No question. And, it's hard to imagine it's already here. Like it's time.
Yeah, for sure.
You've been working your whole life, and now it's now.
Absolutely.
Good deal, man. Well, I appreciate you taking a few minutes here. Very excited to see about what the future has. But, thank you again for taking a few minutes.
No doubt, Jamie. Shout out to Absolute Basketball, man.
There you go, man. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Sir,
Guys, thank y'all very much for tuning in here for Sardaar Calhoun. I'm Jamie Shaw on Absolute Basketball Experience. We'll see you next time.
Shoot a layup like that. 13 for Mosley. Here comes a drive up and goodbye. That makes Moberly a much smaller team. Here's the inbound play. Double screen. They catch a fadeaway 3 in the corner by Dar. It's good. DeAndre Vilmar. Dar catches on the wing. Curls in. Hangs. Shoots off the board and goes. We still have 5 minutes to play plus. Dar drives, goes up, and he's loose. Scores! One free throw, and